You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in sunny Scottsdale, AZ, joined, as always, by Randy Angston. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, dude?
It is sunny Scottsdale.
I love it. I love that we are warm and no snow. But Utah, my friend, coming up for our Iron Circle experience is going to be super powdery.
Yeah, we'll be there not even a month. Less than a month now.
Yeah, I got all the snowmobiles locked in.
Boom.
We're all locked in. So,
have you been on? When was the last time you went snowmobiling?
Snowboarding, but not mobiling. Never been.
Man, you're in for a treat.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, we used to do, when I say snowboarding, I mean snowmobiling. My friends had some built snow. I mean, we lived in the Midwest, right? Like, so it was the one activity, especially in Illinois. Like, there's not, like, living in Arizona, you can't just hit trails in public land. Everything's private, right? Like, so much of it's private. And so, snowmobiling is the one thing that, like, the state actually sets up area for you to ride.
Oh, cool.
Snowmobiles. Well, some of these built, I mean, I'm talking like Thundercat 1100s, 1300, like.
I don't even know what that means.
CCs, like big. I mean, we're talking like a full a big sport bike on snow. Very
cool.
Yeah, well, then pull them out in the middle of summer in a cornfield and, really have some fun. We did some sketchy things, growing up being kids, and but snowmobiling is absolutely one of the most fun things I've done.
Oh, I can't wait. We'll have our little fireball shots in the
little smugglers.
It'll be a blast. So that's our Iron Circle. And we have our coaching program, guys. If you're still interested in our coaching program, it is open enrollment right now. It's
winninggym.com/coaching.
Yeah, jump in on that, book a time, and would love to help you. All right, so this episode, guys, and this is a trend that has been going on for years. Marketing agencies that are out there helping gyms get leads into their gym, but they run a playbook where you actually have to change your entire business model to accommodate what they are pitching on the marketing.
Correct. And I don't know if it's the agency's, I don't know if it's the agency's fault or if it's what the fitness business is actually looking for from an agency to provide, right? Because I know when we were in the agency seat, and we had clients coming to us, I think that they were so conditioned working with agencies for a while that when we said, hey, we handle lead generation for your private training gym, they came to us and it was the expectation of us providing the workouts, the nutrition guide, the business to support the marketing, and not the other way around, right? And so that's really why this topic, like, it still drives me crazy when I talk to a gym owner and they're trying to come up with new and interesting ways in their marketing that they don't really have to do. I mean, let me try and explain it better. They're changing what they do as a service to fit the marketing that they're trying to create, as opposed to marketing to support the fitness business that they actually created, right? Like the foundation of what you bring to the marketplace, the message that you bring to the marketplace should be your business. You don't go to an oil change place and they don't go and they go, an agency or marketer for oil changes doesn't go, okay, I want you guys to do radiator flushes this month only. You've never done it before. You won't do it in the future, but you're doing radiator flushes as an oil change business.
Because we can get you clients.
Because we can get you leads right now. Like, that's not how you market a business. And then for some reason, for years, the marketing of fitness has some reason been this kind of like total package idea. Hey, buy our marketing play, do these, this training, do this nutrition guide, and we'll get you leads. Well, no. Is it your business or my business? And so it's irked me for a long time because it's opposite of the way that we do things, right? You've built this business, you've got a service that you provide, and then the poles that we drop in the water are entry points for this service.
Right.
It doesn't matter who we're talking to. Fitness, fit over 40, men, women, even outside of things like that. Anything that we do in marketing supports the actual services that are already created. Yeah. Not the other way around.
Well, we've got away from the whole challenge and hook, the hook challenge play for probably going on 3 years at this point. And it's been the best decision we've ever made. And the main reason is that we were we would run a challenge or 6 week this or a 4 week that or a 30-day this, 45-day that. And it was they would come in and we would have to over deliver and service these folks at a different level than what our current clients were getting.
Yeah, and that they couldn't get if they walked in off the street and just wanted to join a membership.
Yeah, and yes, I can understand that was hot and there was money to be made in that kind of time. But it hurts the business in the long run because, let's be honest, the extra nutrition seminars, the extra weigh-ins, the extra this, the extra, that's not your system at the gym. And so when you're running it, you're like bending over backwards for all these new folks in hopes that they continue on, where you're leaving your current clients, they're watching this and they're wondering like, well, how come we don't get that? Or maybe they came in on that and they did convert and now they're let down because the service level is completely dropped. And maybe you can offer that service year round, but I would venture to guess that's going to probably break you over time.
It's going to kill your retention rates. It's going to create more of that short term
mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like the beautiful thing in looking at, the business here at Pulse versus literally like the years of agency and marketing and things like we've done for so many other gyms. Why other gyms won't gravitate this way blows my mind. Like the ease of running this business from a
operational.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like everybody who plugs into your system, we know anybody can fill, that seat and know exactly how to take this person through training and so forth because it's the system of the business. The marketing just plugs people into that system. Yeah. We're not reinventing your training protocol, your onboarding, your, initial
kickoff meetings.
Oh yeah, all of that doesn't have to change every time you have a new quote unquote play or marketing strategy because and the thing that I compared to every other business out there, there's not very many businesses that do that.
Change up their whole model to fit the marketing?
Well, yeah, exactly. None. Because you're marketing the service and you're trying to gain a long time client. And if I've got 21 days of this service and then at 22, I have to try to, downgrade you into one of my memberships, why the hell is somebody going to stay with us?
No, it should be the other way around.
Absolutely.
It should be a trial into a regular membership that they get even more.
Exactly.
And that's the way
exposure.
This is what we do. We preach this evergreen style trial, and we've morphed it over the years. And we've got several episodes. If you want to go back to the types of trials, I think it's 4 types of trials was the name of the episode. We can find the number or whatever. But it is our bread and butter, and it is the most simple way to run the operation is because people plug in to what you're doing already. So let me recap what a trial is. It's basically what you offer normally to regular ass members condensed into a 2-week or whatever. We've even cut it down to when they sign up, they are a member they get to try us for 2 weeks. So it's basically a 2-week guarantee. And that's been the best thing we've ever done because it's the simplest and they flow right in. And guess what? You're just running the business.
And at the end of the day, when you're communicating with somebody for a personal training membership, right? You're not sitting there. I guess those of you in that seat, you shouldn't be there just hung on that sale today, right? You should understand that this is a commitment. When we talk about, client results, how long it's going to take to hit their goals, how often is it that they're going to hit their goals in 3, 4, maybe even 6 months? Like it's a relationship. This is going to take time. And so selling somebody to the idea of, oh yeah, absolutely, I'm going to throw everything at you in 21 days or 14 days. We're going to see, the amazing results that you can get. But then day 15 or day 22, we're going to plug you into our normal stuff and good luck. Like there's no, it's the opposite of how things should be done. And so,
yeah, and that's the skeptical thing that I would have every gym out there be skeptical of the agency side when they're trying to push you down into running their challenge or telling you what to run. So let's even going back to our agency, we would ask our clients, what are you offering during this time? We would plug that into the copy and we would plug it into the email campaigns. We weren't telling anybody what to do. And it worked. It was custom. It was harder on the agency.
Absolutely.
Better for the business.
Absolutely. But there's as an agency, there was maybe that's the reason that we're not in that seat anymore. I know we've had those conversations. We felt like we could do more for fitness because the systems were lacking, not just the leads walking in the front door. And that's why we pivoted to coaching. And The problem is, though, going back to that marketing, everybody just assumes that it's like, that is the lifeblood of everything. Plug them in. If I have a whole batch of new people all of the time, there's no problem in business. But we've lived through that to know that plugging somebody into a trial that isn't what you do isn't going to work. And yet that's the whole, I mean, it's still such a big prevalent thing in marketing for fitness.
Running an agency is probably the easiest thing in the world to do for client generation, meaning that every gym's always looking for leads. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to go the opposite. Because it wasn't serving the gyms at the best. It wasn't their best interest.
Absolutely.
Because we would do this and we would sign up clients, not leads. We would actually convert them into sales, and money was flowing back and forth even before they got to the gym. And then a year later, the gyms are always even worse or in the same place, and they're never growing. And that was painful to watch and wonder why people were struggling so bad, until we dug in even further and we found out it's their retention, or it's their delivery system, it's their model, it's their pricing, it's their sales approach, it's everything else. The leads were never the problem. They were never the problem to begin with. So once we go into gyms now and we fix all the foundational stuff, and their business grows immediately.
Well, yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, a lead agency providing you with 40 or 50 trials in a month is a lot of new business opportunity. We did that. We put, some of these gyms had 400 or 500 paid participants in a year or 2 years, working with us. You have to look at your bottom line. You have to look at your numbers and figure out where your greatest opportunity to grow the business is. And that was it was hard for us to do as an agency, to make a decision to say, hey, we could do this industry better by focusing on some of these harder, lessons, hence now being in the coaching seat. But we if we continued to do that, we would drive some of these gyms. Just all we did was become the linchpin, right? Like, they had to work with us in order to get leads. The only thing they were focused on was the next lead. And if any of that stopped, if they couldn't afford it, if their business just
would dry up.
Yeah. And that's not what running a business is. And so the problem that this topic is, create the business first. Mm-hmm. Yes. Create your trial, your proprietary memberships. What do you offer as a business? Bring that to the marketplace. Have your marketing support your fitness business. Don't become a marketing agency and then try to figure out the fitness or marketing, business. But yeah, and the way that we're marketing, the way that leads come into the business, this to me is marketing. This is across the board. It's not just fitness marketing. This is the way that large organizations market. Acquire a client, keep that client. Could you imagine if Coca-Cola changed a recipe every time just to go find new business? No, they'd be gone.
Well, that's why Coke, like Pepsi Clear and that stuff came and went.
Yeah,
they tried it.
They can, but at the end of the day, they don't get rid of their
base.
Exactly. You might have a couple things that tease people in, but you get them to the foundation of the business and you nurture them towards the business that you created.
Yeah, and that's key, and that's for gyms to focus on. I think the lesson here is create the business and the systems within the business, and what you do the best in the area, the best in the industry, the best in the state, or whatever it is, then tell the world through your marketing what it is that you do and how you help people, not running a play or a hook or a challenge with a different schedule and different meetings and different nutrition plans and different XYZ that they get as this bundled thing. And then you got to convert them and they get half of that or whatever. So yeah, I guess that's a little rant from us, but it's still happening.
It's a saving grace because the truth be told is if you're a gym owner who's working with lead agents or agencies that are supporting that stuff or doing those types of things, find a different agency. Or study marketing a little bit differently to see what other options are out there. But ultimately, if you don't have the systems of business to support long-term sustainable clients,
start there.
Guys, that is that you don't market something that doesn't exist. You don't market something that you don't have. Create the product and bring it to the marketplace. Don't do it the other way around.
Yeah. Good points. Good points. So, anyways, something to chew on, something to think about as you're going through this year and deciding how you're going to market. I'm really a fan of the. I guess we call it a trial. We run Fit Over 40 and 50 and stuff like that, and it's just basically right into our. I mean, there's not to give away everything we're doing, but like the Fit Over 40 ads don't say it's 14 days or 21 days or anything like that. There's no price on it. It basically explains we train people over 40.
Yeah,
and that is our core business. Period.
It goes back to, I mean, similar to the last episode when we were talking about, making a custom photo or custom video to the people for onboarding, or for your show rate. That's ideally what we're doing to ads, right? We have a fitness training program. Anybody who sits in that seat is going to get results if they do it long enough. They follow their advice. All we're doing is tailoring the conversation of that to the person we're talking about. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just expose a new group of people to your services. That's marketing. And so, yeah, don't overcomplicate it and be very careful who you're working with and what they're providing in order to, quote unquote, grow your business.
To get your business.
Truth.
All right, that's it for this show, guys. Until next time, keep changing lives. See you on the next show. Bye.